Next we got freaking Super Mario 3D Land. I got this game used at GameStop for like I think it was selling the game for like $30, but I paid for a $20 gift card, so then I had to pay $10 cash with it. So was it worth that? Yeah, definitely worth $30. This game is freaking fantastic. I love Super Mario 3D Land. I do not like it better than Super Mario 3D World, but if you only had a 3DS and didn't have a Wii U or now a Switch, this is a good way to play it. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Freaking fantastic game. Okay, next up we got freaking special edition Disney Pixar's Finding Nemo, Escape to the Big Blue for the 3DS. Okay, so this game is very complicated to talk about, but I'll try to break it down. This game was originally a Game Boy Advance game that got a remake for the DS, and then it got a remaster for the 3DS. So let me just explain that again. A Game Boy Advance game that was like 2D, where you gotta play as the tank gang, where you gotta escape in like plastic wrap cages and go into the ocean and play a bunch of mini games with Finding Nemo and the gang. That game for the Game Boy Advance, later down the line when Finding Dory came out, it got ported to it got a remake for the DS with 3D graphics instead of 2D graphics, and it's the same exact game, but now 3D with a few new mini games, but it's essentially the same exact game, but now in 3D. So it's a 3D remake of a shitty Game Boy Advance Finding Nemo game. And then on top of that, 1 year later, it got a remaster for the 3DS with upgraded graphics, but it's essentially the same exact game as the DS port or the DS remake. So it's a DS remake now ported with HD or quote unquote HD, like touched up graphics that look nicer than the DS version. But it's the same exact game as the DS version, but with now maybe a couple more bonus levels. But again, this is a remake, HD remake remaster of a Game Boy Advance game that was shitty to begin with. That it had 2D graphics, not 3D graphics. So out of 10, I give this game a freaking 2,500. The best game ever made. I mean, they remade this game 3 times. Okay, they remade this game freaking 3 times. So it has to be a masterpiece. It just has to be. But yeah, this game's shit. I give it like a 3 out of 10. And I got this game brand new, sealed at a Walmart that was going out of business for I paid like maybe $3 for this game. Did I pay $3? Yeah, I paid $3 for this game at a Walmart brand new that was going out of business. So yeah, was it worth $3? I guess for the joke, just for that one joke to just bring up every single time that this game was, a Game Boy Advance game, a really shitty Game Boy Advance game that got remade with 3D graphics with bonus levels and content for the DS, and then got remastered again with higher quality graphics and 3D models on the 3DS. Like, why would you do that? Why? Why would you freaking do that? Yeah, freaking, just a fun thing to bring up. Just a fun little quirk of the 3DS, I guess. Really fun thing to talk about. Anyway, let's move on to Spider-Man Edge of Time for the 3DS. So this is a one-to-one port of the console game. So the PlayStation 3 game, the Xbox 360 game, same exact game on the 3DS, and that's a neat little feat. That's a cool little thing to have on the go. One-to-one console port of something that's on the HD PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 consoles. And yeah, this game looks nice, even though they had downgraded the graphics completely, made the textures a little bit more blurry and pixelated. Very fun game, still looks very nice. I don't notice too much lag, but yeah, anything in the background, anything in the far distance, it would lag. It'll go like a lower frame rate just to save on memory space and RAM. But you don't really notice it unless you look far away into the distance. But again, very fun game for what it is. I love the console game, love the 3DS game. I mean, it seems that game. Highly recommend the game. I paid, I think, $40 for this game, brand new, $40 I paid. And I remember buying this game at a Target, and didn't have anyone at the cash register store, so a cop showed up and decided to check me out for the game. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty funny that a cop just randomly comes in and says, okay, you know what? No one's manning the cash register, so I might as well check this game out, price the games, and sell it to you. So that was a neat little story to tell. But yeah, very fun game. I liked it. Freaking 8. Give it an 8 out of 10. Next up, we got Centipede Infestation for the 3DS. I got this game for $5 at Five Below, and was it worth it? It's okay. It's a very, very bland top-down twin-stick shooter without a twin stick, because 3DS only has one circle pad, and yeah, if you want if you want a twin-stick shooter, but you have to use the face buttons instead of the white analog stick, get this game. For what it is, it's okay. It's fun enough. I give it like a 5 out of 10. There's some fun to be had, and yeah. I never beat this game though. I never went 100% with this game. I only played maybe like 50% of the game, and I gave up. Not because it was a bad game, because it's not a bad game. It's a very, very boring, very repetitive, just the same thing over and over again, where you gotta play essentially a top-down twin stick shooter version of a Centipede. It's okay. If I had nothing else to play, I'll play it again. 5 out of 10. Here's another freaking Five Below game I got. Shifting World for the 3DS. I paid $5 for this game, and is this game worth $5? Freaking probably not, because this is a Flash game, a free Flash game that got ported to the 3DS with 3D graphics. So it's essentially the same exact game you would play in 2D in Flash, but now with 3D graphics. And is that make or break difference? No, just play a Flash game. But yeah, it's still fun. It's still fun for what it is. Give it like a 5 out of 10. It depends on the person. You might have a lot of fun with it, like me, or you might not. So 5 out of 10. Oh, here we go, boys. Here we go. Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. I bought this game brand new day one, and was it worth it? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as a Switch game, but at the time, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's like a Call of Duty game at this point. Smash Bros. Is like a Call of Duty game. Well, like, whatever's the newest game, that's the best version of the game. So, or I think Call of Duty, there's some games that, they're very solid. They're better than what's happening new. So I guess a better comparison would be Madden. So this is like a Madden game at this point with Smash Bros. Whatever's the newest one is the best one at this point. And the same thing holds true of Smash Bros. 3DS. This game used to be the best one. Used to be like the most fun to be had, until the Smash Bros. Ultimate came out with Switch. And once that game came out, this game was cannon fodder. There's nothing new. There's nothing new and special about this game. This game is exactly the same exact experience you would have with Smash Bros. Ultimate, except for Ultimate has more content in this. So this game is now useless. This game should not exist now. But at the time, freaking 10 out of 10, very fun game. Just that now, it's pointless. It's repetitive, because you already have a better Smash Bros. Game on the Switch. So there's no point to go back to this. And there's no special, unique content on the 3DS version that would make you want to go back to this game. That's not on the Nintendo Switch version, because there is not. There's nothing. I mean, you can argue, Smash 1. Smash 1 is a little bit unique. That's only to the 3DS version, but I mean, it's not even. It's not that interesting, and that game mode is only like 2 minutes long, and you played everything that you can possibly see in that freaking one game mode. But yeah, for what it is, 10 out of 10 at the time. But I do not recommend buying this game now unless you don't have a Nintendo Switch. In that case, just buy it, I guess, because if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, you might as well buy this, okay? But if you do have a Nintendo Switch, don't buy this, okay? Just don't. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for what it was. And yeah, I paid $40 brand new for that game when it came out. Next up, we got Rabbids Rumble for the 3DS. I got this game brand new for Christmas, I think, for one of those years. What is this game? It's freaking Pokemon, but it's not as fun as Pokemon, and it's with rabbits. So if you like rabbits and you want to play a Pokemon kind of game where you gotta do like turn-based RPG fights with the rabbits, you might like this. And not only that, there's also a few mini games in this. It's not completely turn-based RPG mechanics. That's the bulk of the game. There's a lot of turn-based RPG fights in this game, but there's also like a handful of mini games you can play that repeat. Like it's the same exact mini game like 5 different times, but with a different skin. But yeah, for what it is, for what it's worth, it's okay. Give it like a solid 5 out of 10. It depends on the person, and there's only like maybe 6 different rabbits in this game, but then they repeat over and over again with different skins because each rabbit they play exactly the same out of the 6. So there's 6 different fighting types for rabbits in this game. 6 different fighting types, and each costume there's like like 5,000 not 5,000 like 500 different costume rabbits in this game. So they don't repeat over and over again for those 6 different fighters. So even though you have a brand new looking different skin for a rabbit, that rabbit's gonna play like one of 6 different rabbits. It's not gonna be unique. It's not gonna be special. It's gonna be the same exact rabbit, just with a different costume. But yeah, for what it was decently fun. A decent little time waster. Give it like a freaking 5 out of 10.